I'm so nervous. This is my first time.
Me too, but I think it'll be fun.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, is there still shelter in place there?
Oh, they actually opened up the restaurants last Friday.
Oh yeah, just in time. Oh, happy belated birthday.
Time for my birthday.
I know, but at least you got to go out.
I know, that's like the best thing I had this year.
Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, of course.
I have some questions for you, but in general, I guess I kind of just was hoping to hear about like your journey and then your plans, and hopefully it'll help other people too. I think it probably will help me too. Let's just start with, so what did you study in college and what made you want to become an artist?
Well, as a kid, I always liked to draw, but I actually stopped drawing since like high school, like senior year in high school. So I pretty much stopped drawing for like 10 years, which I really regretted. But I slowly like started back to drawing again 2 years ago, and I found my own kind of like unique style. So that's when I started to draw more seriously, which is last year. I studied international development studies back in college, and there is like definitely no transition from this major to my art.
So there's no overlap at all?
No, but I think I'm like pretty lucky to get my first job in this consumer product industry. They make printed canvas art. So I guess I got to see the creative side of business. Probably helped me a lot too.
Since you stopped drawing for so long, what made you start picking it up again?
I don't know. I'm just like doodling on the meeting notes, in the company, and just here and there start like just drawing on the piece of papers.
So are you still working full time right now?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
So I work full time, like during the day. I also do interpreting, like throughout the day too. So I only draw at night and on weekends.
So what do you mean that you started drawing seriously starting last year?
I really cut down my social activities, and I spend a lot of my nighttime and weekends just drawing and try different mediums too to see where art can take me. I think I really want to make this hobby into something, but it really requires a lot of work.
What is your goal ultimately? Are you trying to turn this into a full-time?
That would be ideal, but I think it's also good to have a different source of income. So maybe there is some thing we can do, maybe like work part-time or freelance, but yeah, it will just take time. And I want to like make a picture book or children's illustration. So
are you already working on one right now?
So I'm working on the story, and I already kind of have like character set up already, but
wow.
But we'll see.
So like this will be one of your big project that you want to work on?
Something I really want to do.
That's super cool.
I think it's more for children or adults. It's not specifically for children, but for like picture book. Yeah.
So I want to ask like about how did you get started? Did you always learn it yourself?
Pretty much. I really liked to draw as a kid, but my parents didn't really want me to go into art career.
So then you didn't take any drawing or painting classes?
I actually take two art classes. Like they're online from UAL, University of Art, London.
Is it live?
Yeah, it's live.
Oh, wow.
Because it's an online class, so you meet like people from really over the world. So that was fun.
That's really cool.
So it's a short-term course, so it only lasts about 4 to 6 weeks, depends on which one you for.
Oh, so like you didn't really take any classes really besides these?
Yeah.
Wow.
YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah, a lot of people are learning from YouTube. Like I'm trying to learn Procreate, It's kind of tricky because like I'm not very good at drawing, but Procreate tool, it makes it look a lot more fun. So hopefully I can draw with it.
Yeah, that would be good.
I actually think your style is so distinct, and I feel like that's the hardest thing about an artist, because like a lot of people can draw, but I feel like having your own style is probably the hardest thing.
Yeah, and I think it's really about practicing, and one day you will find out that you discover a new style. Yeah, I basically didn't really have any art skill until I really just discovered my own style, and I try to kind of do all the sketchup work, which is how to draw with watercolor, color pencil.
Maybe you kind of already answered, but I guess advice for people that probably don't have the money to go to, or the time to go to like another college or a master's degree in art, like
Right.
how did you keep yourself, how did you push yourself to like use the only limited amount of time that you have? Like how do you push yourself with that time to learn and like not give up? And I don't know, I think that's really hard.
Yeah, I think it's about prioritizing the things going on in your life, and education. It really helped me get a job. So I had like a stable income, and then from there I discovered my passion and then slowly working on it. I think like at the end of the day, after work, you just want to relax. But if you really like to do something, then it's also a form of relaxation too. So for me, after work, I draw and it's really relaxing for me. So it doesn't feel like really pushing myself. And I think that's when you actually know that something you have a passion for and you can keep it on going instead of just enrolling in a boot camp and find out it's not for you. I think you really have to have a strong passion for it, or you kind of have a goal of to do my exhibition or concert here or small stuff or teach kids how to play piano. I think if you have that mindset, it will really push you.
You kind of mentioned the storybook project. Do you have any projects that, I guess, like your goals, like mini goals right now, some milestones you would like to achieve? And I also want to hear about the exhibition you had in Japan.
So the picture book is more for my long-term goal, and it's just for myself. My short-term goal is I'm working on 2 possible gallery exhibition.
Wow.
So yeah.
What is it like and where is it going to be? How's the process like?
So I met someone back in Taiwan when I was there this year, and there is an elementary school museum. So I guess there is a space that I can put my art at school.
Mm-hmm. How do you get those opportunities? Like, do you have to network? Like, do you have to actively like email people, cold call, that kind of thing to like
that's a really
get
good
these
question.
opportunities?
That's a really good question. What happened was that I was working for this artist here in Hawaii. She has a pretty big presence here in Hawaii. She does ocean art. And because I was just helping her out, she had this little community festival going on. So she asked me to like put out my art. Like she gave me this little corner. So that was kind of my first sort of exhibition.
That's so
like
cool.
Yeah, so from there, I've been posting a lot of my work on Instagram, and this Japanese gallery found me through Instagram. So she was asking if I'm interested in having an exhibition in their gallery.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I was working on that exhibition when I was in Taiwan, taking care of my dad. And then I found out this like an artist seminar in Taipei. So I went there. I met few people. Sometimes you meet bad people as well.
Really?
Some people, they call themselves like artist educator, and I guess there are way to make money through that channel. I don't know. I think sometimes people will say something to hurt people. Like, I don't really understand why they do that. They'll be like, oh, you'll make this much money, or like your art isn't worth this much money. Stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think instead of like taking it in, just, like let it go and don't think too much about it. Like, okay, this is not the person you want to work with.
Right.
But then I also met other people, they give me the feedback of my art, something that I should work on and stuff like that. Like, I think that's a very constructive suggestions that I can actually work on. But I think like the way people say things about your art or yourself, it kind of reflects who they are. If they're, maybe they say something bad because they don't feel secure about themselves. I'm not sure.
Right. Yeah. You had one in Japan too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my official one. Yeah, I want to have one in California when this pandemic is over.
So are you looking at some right now?
I think there are a few I have in mind, but I don't have a connection to get in there yet. So I'll probably like email and work portfolio.
I guess if you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
And definitely, I would tell myself, keep drawing, not give up, because I'm pretty sure that's the biggest regret I have in my life.
Is the reason why you stopped because part of it's probably your family, but then it's like, even if they're not supportive, you probably could have kept going. Do you kind of just told yourself that, oh, this is not possible?
Yeah, I think I didn't believe in myself in that sense. I know, okay, this is like over, and I got really busy with schoolwork, and college life got pretty busy too with different things.
Where do you get your inspiration since your style is so distinct?
My illustration style, the inspiration is mainly from the collectible dolls. It's called Blythe. So in the beginning, I was making this cloth for the Blythe dolls, and the more I look at them, I guess the inspiration just kind of came in. So it became part of my illustration. So I kind of have the big eyes.
Oh, that makes sense. Are you still making the clothes? Is your Etsy shop still ongoing?
I do want to make more clothes eventually, but I kind of have to put it off right now. But eventually, when things all come together, maybe I can make a doll myself and then put the clothes on from illustration.
I don't know if you actually make money. I'm sure there's you have to invest a lot of time in it. So like, I don't know if that's worth it for you, but I thought it was like a really cool idea, and it just looks fun too. And I feel like people will actually really like it.
When it comes down to business, they're actually two very different models. Clothes is something you make once, and once you sell it, you have to make one again. But for illustration, you can turn into different things, like prints or merchandises. And once you draw once, you can really make it into different things. But it's harder to market because there are so many illustrators out there. But for doll clothes, it's a very niche market. So it's easier to market.
What kind of things can people get from you, I guess, to support?
Yeah, so right now I do sell some smaller prints, and I also have stickers and postcards. Yeah, it's on my shop, but the best way to look at my most updated work is probably Instagram, Karen Jee Art. But if people prefer Facebook or TikTok, I have the same username there too. Oh, and I'm trying to add more prints and merchandises to my shop, so I'll definitely put that update on my social media.
Woohoo! I am pretty new to TikTok. Like, what are you doing on TikTok? I saw that you have a lot of followers already.
But it actually got saturated since this pandemic. I guess all the people search TikTok. So I think like social media, it's very short-lived. But I think when there is like after TikTok, I'm sure there's going to be another new big social media.
Right.
And as an artist, the most important thing is you have to know and you have to use it when it's hot.
What kind of things do you film on TikTok?
I guess you can use different way to film the process, the art. The sillier, the better for people on TikTok.
Okay, so if you're very serious, like this is how you draw, probably people won't watch it.
Nope, I don't get good view from those.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you ever want to get on YouTube?
Probably not right now. I think it's a huge commitment. Yeah, I know you're doing YouTube. Did you start a YouTube?
I guess, yes, but I'm also kind of like exploring right now. Like, I've always liked editing, like film stuff, but I don't like being in front of the camera. But like our goal is to, I think both of us agree that we will want to help other people. So I think changing your mindset to that would probably help a lot. But yeah, so like I'm on YouTube trying to make different types of videos. So I'm kind of also exploring like, what do I want to do? Like, what do I want to contribute, you know? And I have these cool friends, so I'm like, okay, I'll start here. Like I want, like, even if it's just helping friends, I would love for other people to see all the work that you're doing too. Especially like Instagram, people kind of only see the good side, right? But it's like, I totally thought you were only working part-time. Like I didn't know you're still working full-time. People need to know it's not overnight where you just get to be an artist full-time, you know? There's a lot of people actually hustling to achieve their dreams. And I think that's pretty awesome.
I've actually seen some artists, they kind of just quit the job and then start full-time. And then they become really great artists and they are doing art full-time now. But I think for those, there's always a trade-off. They have to go through that emotional stage of not feeling secure and always have the self-doubt, and it's another. Yeah, to me, I think it's a lot of too much stress.
Right, because then you have to actually think about what people want to buy your work instead of just making things that you like, right?
Yeah. I think like you talk about like you are scared of going out from your comfort zone, which is probably like not wanting to show your face in front of the camera. I mean, for me, it's about my art, so I don't really have to show my face that often, but I also don't really like to be on camera. But I think one way to look at it is people want to know your content. People want to know who you are to make that connection. So if you just focus on, okay, I just have to show my face is one part of the process, then yeah, I think that helps to like relieve the stress. And I feel like for topic, you can always kind of try out different things, and then you'll eventually find out, because I think I actually tried a lot of different things to get to this point. Yeah.
So the key is keep trying.
Yeah, because during the journey, people will be like, okay, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And, you know, at that time, I didn't know. I just trying to do things, but I want to do something. I just didn't know what that was yet.
How did you make your website?
Oh, I use Shopify.
Oh. Is there a reason why you chose Spotify over Squarespace? Just wondering.
I was looking at a lot of like things online. Like I did some research. I guess once you get bigger, Shopify is just easier to use because you can connect with emails and payment and stuff like that. Squarespace is easier in the beginning, but it probably has a lot of limitation if you get big.
That's really good insight.
It depends on like what you're trying to do. You know, I think for art or consumer product, if you're actually selling stuff, you have to think about that. But if you're creating digital or you just want to put your name out there, I think Squarespace is completely fine. So,
okay, good to know. I learned so much today.
This is fun.
Yes, I think you answered all my questions. Thank you for sharing your stories.
Yeah, of course. I'm so glad to be part of this.
Yay! You're my first podcast guest. You'll be
So
on
awesome.
YouTube. So my next step is I need to learn how to like actually set something up.